In this video, we're going to be talking about lead generation, specifically how to scrape a ton of leads without paying hardly any money for them using AI. And lead generation is important. Maybe if you're running a business, you want to find customers. That's probably the most common use case for lead gen. But maybe you have a job and you need to go find people to talk to and communicate with, whether you're doing sales or marketing or getting product feedback. Or maybe for whatever reason, you need to get a bunch of people's information because you want to promote a service. You have an event coming up. There's basically a billion reasons that one could need to generate leads. And I want to make it very easy for you guys. There's a lot of videos and a lot of tutorials that are about 50 minutes long. This isn't going to be that. It's very straightforward. It's very easy. And there's two ways really that you can do the method that I'm talking about here. Method one is with N8N. We're not going to get into that very deeply on this call. Or on this video, excuse me. I know a lot of you guys are big N8N users, and it's a great tool and a great software stack. So, understandably so. All the tools that I'm about to teach you could be put into an N8N automation. So the difference is what I'm about to teach you is a little more manual, but barely. N8N is fully automated. So you set up the workflow, you set up a trigger, and then it just basically runs through it. Now, with that said, what I do want to talk to you about is how we're going to scrape leads using Apollo. So obviously, I'm sure that a ton of you guys are very familiar with Apollo. It's probably the most popular lead gen software. The problem is it can be a bit pricey. So we're in the Apollo page right now. And, if you're at all familiar with Apollo, this is going to be pretty straightforward to you. You can basically prospect lists. You can search people. You can search companies. You can search, there's really no end of stuff. So if we're in the people filter, this isn't a Apollo tutorial, by the way. This is just, kind of some context. So you can target by job titles. You can exclude titles. If you want to do a company lookalike list, you can. If you want to, once again, this is targeting individuals. So if you wanted to target companies, you can do the same thing. Go through here and you could, specify the location. You can specify the number of employees, keywords, bunch of stuff that you can do to lock this in. Okay. So, this is pretty straightforward. Don't really need to explain this too much. However, the way that Apollo works is it'll let you do these searches and it'll let you generate a list. And from that list, you usually will pay. Let's see what the pricing is currently. So $49 a month for 30,000 credits, $79 a month. This is annual billing. So $59 and $99 for 2,500 credits and 4,000 credits. And basically with those, credits can do a bunch of different things. But essentially, credits allow you to scrape information from whoever it is that you're trying to reach. Okay? So we're not going to pay for this. We might do the absolute lowest plan, at least the free plan, just so that we can run the searches. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have your criteria and you're going to have your list. So let's say that you're targeting, for me, I would be targeting companies, but basically what I would do is I would target companies by the number of employees they have, the industry and keywords, the market segments. You could even do buying intent. You could, if you upgrade, you can do it by technology. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Apollo is definitely a cool tool. But for me, what I would do is I would put in all my criteria that I need to generate this list. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get a URL. It's literally just going to be the URL of the website. And when you do a list, it'll give you a very custom URL for that list. But you will not be able to see the enriched data. So you might be able to see companies and you might be able to see the different employees from the companies, but there's no data information. So there's no, emails, LinkedIn. It's not enriched at all. It's just very top level information. And so what we need to do is we need to use Apify. So if you're not familiar with Apify, it's the number one scraping platform in the world. It's absolutely incredible. You can basically scrape anything on the internet with ease. It is unreal. I seriously love this tool. You can scrape Google Maps, TikTok, Instagram, Amazon. It's crazy. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to do Apollo. And as you see, there's different Apollo scrapers. So basically, Apify works as a marketplace, essentially. And people leave reviews, and you can leave reviews, and you can read reviews. It's very intuitive and very just easy to use. So this is the best Apollo scraper by far. And you can scrape up to 50,000 leads per run, and it's $1.50 per 1,000 leads. So let's say you wanted to scrape 50,000 leads, and we pull that up. So it's $1.50 per 1,000 leads. So 1.5 times 50,000. Excuse me, not 50,000. That would just be 50. Because we're going to run it 50 times because we can scrape 1,000 leads for $1.50. Okay, so you're going to pay like $75 for 50,000 leads. That's absolute madness, insanity, too easy. Okay, great. So we got our list. We're going to scrape it, and this is going to pull all the information. The problem is we need to enrich the data. We need to confirm that the emails are valid. My favorite tool for confirming that the emails are valid is Lead Magic. It's just very easy. You can do never bounce, zero bounce. There's a lot of good email validation tools. I like Lead Magic. It's very easy. It's very intuitive. The pricing's straightforward. If you're using a tool like Instantly for cold emails, they have email validation built into it, and you get a lot of credits for that. So definitely think about that as well. But from there, what you're going to do is you're going to validate the emails, and you're going to, or LinkedIn, depending on the data you want, and you're just going to make sure that you have it all. And once you have that information, you're pretty much ready to run. So you can put it into your cold email campaigns. You can start running your LinkedIn campaigns. You can do your cold calling, however you're targeting these people. But this is such an easy way to scrape an insane, 3 or 4 years ago, I wish I had access to this technology like 2 years before it came around, because I could have charged people $10,000 for this amount of leads, and it would have cost me about $75. So with that being said, this is the easiest, straightforward, intuitive, start right now way to scrape leads at scale without paying a ton of more money for them. And it's really as simple as that. So hopefully this was helpful. I just wanted to put a quick video out because I was just scraping some leads. But if there's something with AI you're looking to add to your workflow and you're curious about how to make it work, leave a comment. I'll definitely make a video on it. Make sure to subscribe and like. I got a great video coming tomorrow that you're going to be very interested in. And thank you so much for your time.